like a light, lighting up in the dark. You make it right, I forgot how to act, it's so classic. Every time you make me nervous and I lose my words. It's been a while since I forgot the most simple words. I feel calm when you're around, like nothing can break me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now I know why it never worked out before. High low, it would always turn out bad, so bad. But every time we start a fight, we always stop in time. We both know how to be gentle, never cross the line. I feel calm when you're around, like nothing can break me. Yeah, yeah.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Jill, and this clean with me is also a declutter with me. I kind of did a little bit of a hodgepodge of everything in this video, a lot of things that were just sitting in the back of my mind that I wanted to get accomplished, that I felt like I wasn't getting done ever. And I'm starting out in my daughter's room. I really needed to get this room picked up. John moves the couch forward when he will play a video game if he's watching Maddie when he's home. So I'm just getting that resituated, but the room needed a total overhaul. I'm definitely needed to work on the small closet in here, just to declutter the closet out. Just because of Christmas and all of the presents that you have and that you're giving away, my closets were such a mess because I was storing them in there. So I definitely needed to go through it. And honestly, I'm just going to be on a decluttering and organizing spree for this new year. I want to get everything back in order. There's so many toys, clothes, kitchen items, just everything that is no longer serving me or that Maddie isn't using a lot. So I decided, instead of overwhelming myself because I am still just recovering from the virus, if you've watched me previously, I'm doing a lot better, but I am still a little bit tired, and I know that's to be expected. So I decided to start off on a smaller part of the declutter with the closet, but it still felt really good and gave me the itch to keep going forward. And it was always nice. You know, I think my favorite part of decluttering is you find certain items that you didn't even know you had anymore, and also to give some away to friends and to Goodwill. So I decided to first just start by emptying out this bin on the floor. I kind of keep miscellaneous things in there. I still need to pick up some organizers, but I wanted to start decluttering everything first just so I could see what I actually needed after I got rid of a lot of items because I was getting rid of so much stuff. So I'm just starting by cleaning everything up, disinfecting it, getting the room in order, and then moving on to the closet. This also was just the perfect day to start decluttering. As you saw in my little intro there, we got hit with a blizzard. It was about, I believe it was 16 to 18 inches of snow. So in between cleaning, John was coming home to continuously snow blow everything, and Maddie, of course, wanted to go out in it constantly. But that is why I decided to start decluttering instead of do a whole house clean, because it just made sense to tackle all of these items like this dog that she's colored on and get one of the closets decluttered and to also focus on undecorating for Christmas, just taking down all of the Christmas decor. I did that last minute, late at night, just to get it done with and off the back of my mind. I was a bit late getting it to it this year, but if you've been following me, you know I've had quite a few weeks or really months going on in my life. So it finally got tackled and it felt good to get a lot of these odds and ends done. And here's hoping that we can get everything organized and decluttered for the new year. So let's just get started.
I'm acting surprised, but I know I'm not over you. Keep missing our fights, even though they're so overdue. We had a fire, now we're watching it burn low. Isn't it time we go our separate ways? Not enough time, not enough time. I'm falling behind, I hate to separate my body and mind, my body and mind. You feel like demons in my mind, demons in my mind. It tastes like demons in my mind, demons pushing all my triggers. Losing my pride, but I guess that's what love do to people like us, struggling to come through. We had a fire that we watched it burn out.
So my process always for decluttering is just to take absolutely everything out first. I feel like it just makes the most sense because if you try to do it section by section, you kind of can't see how you want to organize it after, and it's just easier to go through everything on the floor and discard what I don't want anymore. But there were definitely, I was shocked there were so many toys in that bin and in the closet that Maddie just doesn't use anymore. So I was happy to give those away, and it felt good to have my closet back. I feel like I had my bedroom closet that hadn't been able to be used because of the issue we had with the ceiling, and now this one had all the Christmas items in it. So it feels really good just to have a clean slate and get everything organized again. So I'm just cleaning it up, and I ended up having a lot of space left over after, which is nice. After I start decluttering all of the rest of the rooms, I can really decide where I want to move that bottom bin and make this just fully an area for her clothing and just a few little miscellaneous toys. I still need to get a toy organizer and a dresser for her in this room, and so I'll probably be doing that within the next month, but you got to start somewhere with it and getting it back together. I also ended up moving later on in the day some of her kitchen items around just because it made more sense that there was more space in this room. So it felt really good to get this done. I always have the hardest time wanting to start decluttering, if that makes sense. It gets overwhelming when you first open up that closet or that drawer. But once I'm in it, I feel really good. And I even had a few toys that were barely used that I felt like were going to feel so good to give to somebody. So just something that makes you feel good and keeps you moving, you know?
Isn't it time we go our separate ways? Not enough time, not enough time. I'm falling behind, I hate to separate my body and mind, my body and mind. You feel like demons in my mind, demons in my mind.
So just finishing up vacuuming here to get the room back in order. And then I decided to take a break because John was done snow plowing for the second time and Maddie wanted to go outside. And oh my gosh, is she just the cutest little snow bunny, you guys? She absolutely loves it, and she is too adorable in her little unicorn hat. So it was nice to take a break and go out there before I went upstairs and started tackling my rugs.
You had me at hello, 'cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you.
I have decided that the cutest thing in the world is watching your man holding hands in the snow with your daughter.
I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday, someday. I've been saving you, and you save me too. Yeah, I need it, don't you need me too? 'Cause I need you. Yeah, so call me anytime that you need a favor. Call me anytime I can come and sit in you.
So moving back into this cleaning motivation, I just really badly wanted to get these rugs cleaned up. There were a lot of stains and spills. I do not know how these rugs on my ensuite get so dirty so quickly. I think it's just because they're a solid light color and they show everything. And just because I was sick and I wasn't on top of my game, I kind of let them go a little bit too long. But this machine works super well. I just put some dish soap in it. It always does the trick, and it only didn't take out that Gatorade stain that you see right there, but I just took a little Resolve afterwards to it, and that took out any of the remaining stains. So it felt really good to get this rug sanitized because my daughter likes to go up there and play a lot.
If only I had listened for a while, I would have told you I miss your smile. I thought of you as a friend who can't let go, but when you left I could feel it grow, like a body of water, sleeping through the edges of my soul, and getting harder. It was never under my control, you know.
So I moved back into cleaning this messy living room when I put my daughter to bed. I just really wanted to get it done because I have so many appointments and other responsibilities this week. It gave me the push to get the rest of the Christmas decor, taken down and undecorated. I just knew I wouldn't have time later in the week to do it. So sometimes you just got to push through to get to the rest of the house. But one thing I wanted to share with you guys, I took Maddie to one of her checkup appointments and she's doing absolutely amazing. One thing that they found out now, they had this really cool little machine right at the pediatrician's office that could read her eyes. And it turns out that it looks like she's going to need glasses. So I was actually super excited to find that out just because Maddie has a hard time concentrating when we're doing any kind of learning activity, and she tends to get frustrated after a few minutes. And I know she's only 3 and it wouldn't be a big deal regardless. They just don't have attention spans to begin with. But I always felt like something was a bit off with it, and it makes total sense that she's straining her eyes. So when I explained that to the pediatrician, she's like, "Oh, that's 100%, and I bet you're going to see a total difference once she gets the glasses." So I have an appointment later in the week for her that I scheduled about 2 weeks ago. And I also had a new doctor that I needed to go to. And I am having my first meeting with her preschool. Yes, she's going to preschool next year. I can't even, you guys. I I set it up already. Just you know how it goes. You have to set up things early in advance. So I actually got a recommendation from this preschool from some people that I trusted. So I actually just sent the deposit in because things were booking up so quickly. And that way I am going to meet with the actual director this week, so probably by the time I post this video up, but it all just feels so surreal that she is growing up and is going to be a little kid in school next September. So Mama has a lot going on this week, and I just wanted to get the Christmas decor down. I was also just so ready for it to be taken down after the year I had and all the feelings that went with it. So it felt really good just to get that bare space back that I can kind of just keep some pieces up for winter and have a fresh start and, keeping the organizing train going. So as I was finishing putting the rest of the decor in the bins, which always is a struggle, I should have just brought 2 up, but I was just trying to get it done because it was a long day of cleaning. I had John take down the tree. Thank God for husbands, right? They always handle the heavy lifting, or at least in my house, they always will. There's so much little glitter and tinsel after you take down all of the decor, so I was just vacuuming that up before calling a night. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon. Bye.